What's going on, everybody? It's CW Entertainment here, and I'm here today to give you guys some breaking Bears news, man. The Bears have traded a 7th round pick for wide receiver Dontrelle Inman from the Los Angeles Chargers, and it's going to be an upgrade from what we've seen. You know, we don't really have a receiver anymore with injuries to Cameron Meredith, Kevin White. The main receiver we got is Kendall Wright, and he's really a slot guy. And this is kind of some interesting news. Ryan Pace went out there and got him a receiver. Nice to know he's not sitting on his hands, and lets us know that, you know, they don't see this season as a loss, man. They're one game away from being 500 if they can beat the New Orleans Saints this weekend. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. I really don't know much about this guy. He's not really one of these guys that, you know, a lot of people, I guess, know about him. Probably on most teams, he might be a 3rd or 4th round draft pick. But he is up there in age. I believe he's 28 years old is what I found. And then pretty much has been in the league, looks like since 2014. So he's been an okay receiver. Looks like he started out with Jacksonville, wound up being cut, I guess, and then wound up making his way over there to then San Diego, now with the Los Angeles Chargers. But go ahead and look at his stat line. Looks like for the most part last year was definitely his best year, 2015 and 2016. Looks like he played 14 games in 2015. Came down with 35 receptions at 63 targets for 486 yards, averaging 13.9 yards per catch. Hey man, we gladly take that. 3 touchdowns, and looks like 34.7 yards per game. So somewhere around that area, you could definitely use that a little bit more, man. You know, we want a lot more than that. And he caught 55.6% of the balls that came towards him. So 35 catches out of 63. Now, who knows how many of those were drops? We don't know if those were drops or if they could have just been bad balls or balls at his feet. We don't know. Then in 2016 was definitely his best statistical year. Played a full 16 games last season. Had to do with a lot with Keenan Allen being injured and really the Chargers not having much to go to. He had 97 receptions, 97 targets, 58 receptions, 810 yards, 14 yards per catch, and had 4 TDs to go along with it. So not too bad, and averaged about 50 yards per game. So I mean, it's not bad, and, you know, I mean, especially for a guy that's supposed to be like a 3rd or 4th type receiver. Dude got a pretty good size on him. I believe he's on like 6'3", about 200 pounds. So no, it's solid. It's solid. We'll gladly take it. This year he hasn't really been a factor. Looks like he's got 2 catches on the season for 9 yards. Doesn't really look like they're using him really at all. They do have Keenan Allen back, so, you know, definitely think his drop total is going to drop a lot more. Not his drop total, his reps total is definitely going to drop a lot more. And then you also have to factor in that they did just draft a receiver, Mike Williams. So, you know, out of Clemson, you know, he's expected to be the next big guy. You know, they expect him to do big things. So it really is kind of pushing Inman out. So that's why we got him for a 7th round. And I believe they said it's a conditional 7th round pick. So if Inman doesn't perform, good chance. I believe we keep that pick. Not 100% positive on that, but if he doesn't perform, then, you know, that 7th round pick doesn't go to the Chargers at all. But it is also dependent physical. If he winds up passing, and more than likely he'll wind up passing his physical, and most of the time that's what happens. But I did notice one thing though. Inman did not play these last 2 games for the Chargers, so there might be an opportunity where he doesn't pass his physical because he's dealing with a hamstring injury. He's been listed questionable going into the game versus the Patriots this weekend, but with that hamstring injury, you just don't know. So there is an opportunity, well, not opportunity, but there is a possibility that this trade might not even happen. As it's odd that you would trade for somebody that's hurt and they not pass their physical. That doesn't happen often, but knowing the Bears situation, it probably would happen. But I don't know. But just looking down his medical history, he's been injured quite a bit actually. He's actually had 2 concussions so far over his career. Neither time when he received it did he miss a game, but that is concerning with a guy with 2 concussions over the last since 2015. You definitely don't want to see that in the past 2 seasons. I mean, you just got to think he's going to have he could also have other issues. Looks like back in 15, excuse me. Looks like week 13, 2015, he also had a neck strain, missed the game. It's not what you want. I mean, he's clearly having some upper neck, head area injuries, and that's definitely not what you want to see. Hopefully he can take hits over the middle without, you know, possibly getting injured. But looks like he also had, in this preseason, he actually wound up getting hurt. Looks like he had surgery, so an arthroscopic core muscle repair. So he's supposed to miss 6 to 8 weeks. Could be a reason why he's definitely seeing a lot less time if he has a muscle tear in him. So that's definitely probably going into it. Looks like he also had a groin strain this preseason. So he's definitely been getting beat around. Looks like a pretty injury prone guy, if you ask me, but hopefully it works out. We need somebody, because Trubisky's not throwing the ball really much anyway. Most of the passes are going to Zach Miller or Tariq Cohen. Barely seen the ball go to McBride or Tanner Gentry since they've been called up. But anyway, I think it's a good look. You know, you never know what you're going to get out of this situation. Bears got him a receiver. To be honest, I was hoping the breaking news would wind up being Martavis Bryant. Like, look, we know Pittsburgh's saying they're not wanting to deal him. But if you ask me, Pittsburgh's just trying to drive up that asking price because they don't want to trade him for a 6th, 7th, maybe a 5th round pick. If they're going to trade him, they're going to try to get at least a 4th back, but they're probably trying to get either a 3rd or a 2nd for the guy. Now, it's not likely to happen unless it's just somebody that's just desperate for a receiver, like the Bears, but the Bears can't afford to be handing out picks. And we don't have 14 picks in the draft like the Cleveland Browns we have. But really, that's it for this, you guys, man. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little update in case you guys hadn't heard. But yeah, we got a new receiver that's joining the Chicago Bears. Dontrelle Inman, welcome to Chicago. Don't expect him to play this weekend against the New Orleans Saints. Especially if he's got a hamstring injury. So I do expect, hopefully he is out there when we play the Green Bay Packers, man. We need that Packers win, just like we need the Saints win. Hopefully we can get it done. Thank you guys very much for listening. If you guys did enjoy the little video, little update, make sure you guys hit the like button and leave a comment what you guys think about Dontrelle Inman, man. I don't know much about, but I did watch his highlights. Doesn't look like he minds going over the middle to go grab the ball. So hopefully that's going to help us out. But thank you guys for listening once again. I'm out the next time, everybody. Bear down.